Good morning, good morning, good morning, traders. Welcome to the smoothest trading stream on all the internet. My name is Lou. You can call me Smooth. What is going on today, guys? We are currently right now in a little bit of a short trade here on our combine with Top Step X. We took a little loss earlier today trying to get this account over the threshold. But if we get our target hit right here, well, I think we'll be very close to passing this thing, and we might be short by like $100, but yesterday we made 1400, not 15. Today I think we'll make 15 or sort something like that, somewhere in that ballpark. Yeah, I think we'll be okay. Let me see, what is 8 plus 15? That's 23. 8, 9 plus 15, that's 24. So we got to move this up a little bit to 24. 24. 24. 24. That's good right there. All right, hopefully we can hit that target. If not, we'll get stopped out of break even. It'll be fine. Life will go on. Let's go ahead and check out what we have on our charts right now at this moment. We did have that PPE report come out this morning. PPI, I think it was PPI, right? Not PPE. Or was it PPE? Yeah, PPI. Sorry about that. PPI. We are getting the bullish absorption candle at the moment, but these have been known to sometimes not play out. So we'll leave it alone. We'll leave it alone. Markets are, you know, they will do what markets do. So the overnight low, let's start with the overnight low because that's important to me right now since I am in a short. The overnight low is all the way down here, 1865. So if we can get a little bit of a sweep down here into this level, maybe take out this low, we'll be good. When we go shaped here, we'll take a nice TP. I did put in some fibs here to see where this price could end up going, and looks like we might go to this golden pocket here, and possibly 786 could bounce here. But if the fibs are not respected, we could go ahead and hit my TP, and I'll be pretty happy. So let's take a look at what we have on our screen right now. We have a 12-minute supply right here in this area right here. It looks like we did break through it though this morning, and we hit our 14-minute supply and seller absorption. We hit that area. And that's where I took my short from. Earlier, I took it from here. And I got stopped out here. And this, I took it from here somewhere, and I got stopped out because I did not move the break even too soon. Had 5 micros on. Looks like we are getting a little bit of a move back here on the market, but we'll be patient, stay in our trade, and just let process play out. Up here, we have a 1-hour supply. So we're going to have a really hard time breaking out between this 15-minute supply and this 1-hour supply up here. It's going to be a pretty heavy market. Up here we have more supply up here too. There was a lot of dumping going on, as you guys know. This last few days of has been wild. Yesterday we did get a lot of bearish action. Now above us we have the overnight high sitting here at 18,804. Up here we have pause level that still stands at 19,326. We have yesterday's high at 19,379. We have a 5% limit up at 19,400. Not that these things even do anything much for us, but I will tell you, they have been holding these last few days, these levels. We have a gap up here at 19,600. We have a 7% limit up at 19,769. We have an anchored VWAP at 19,815. I think that should suffice for the upside. Now let's take a look at the downside here. We have the daily open sitting here at 18,466. We have overnight low at 18,64. I think we mentioned that earlier. We have yesterday's low here at 17,917. An anchored VWAP here at 17,900. We have a 5% limit down at 17,561. And a 7% limit down here at 17,200. We have last week's low at 17,388. So those are the levels I'm looking at for today, guys. Those are the levels I'm looking at for today. As of our 4-hour structure, we'll look at to see what the market might be trying to build. Take a look at that in just 1 second. First, I'm gonna hop over here to this chart and show you the BTC chart. We did take a BTC long yesterday from this area here in the 79 region, 79s. We took profits at 82.5, which I think was good because now the market's starting to get pretty weak up here. We did take profits. We made, I think we made about some sort of percentage. I think we made like 70% on that trade. That was pretty good. Now I started that account with 500 bucks also because I want to document 2 separate accounts, crypto and futures, with only 500 bucks. So yesterday we did really well on our futures account, live trading with we made 400 bucks on that account yesterday, and we made I think it was like, I want to say about 70 something percent on that trade. Overall, I think we made about 25% on the account on the Bitcoin long yesterday. So that was pretty good. But now let's take a look at NQ and see where NQ may be wanting to head on the 4-hour chart. And when I open up a 4-hour chart, I like to look at the structure, number one, but I also like to look at what the delta is doing. So right now, as far as structure goes, we did break out of this trend line, and we have not retested this trend line yet. A lot of times we will break out but retest the trend line for its strength. We haven't really done that. We don't necessarily always have to do that, but we are building a secondary trend line here, and I'm not sure if this is going to hold. But if we lose it right now, is where we currently are. If we lose it, we could go ahead and retest yesterday's low. That's something that's on the chopping block here. Now, taking a look at the delta, I will tell you, we have about, what, an hour left on the delta? An hour left to close this 4-hour candle. We have what looks to be right here a little bit of a continuation on the delta, which is not the most bullish thing. Something bullish would be like this, like what we saw yesterday, when we get a spike here, like a trap. Right now, we're not seeing that. We're seeing a gradual increase. Gradual increases to me a lot of times end up getting stronger and will eventually give you lower prices. So at the moment right now, I'm going to stay in my shorts, and I think that was probably a good idea on my part, because we are moving down pretty rapidly right now, and hopefully we can TP. Hopefully we can TP on this here soon. We'll see. Market is very heavy. Now the 2-hour chart, let's go ahead and take a look at the 2-hour here and see what the 2-hour is telling us. All right, 2-hour chart right now is telling us okay. 2-hour chart, it's got, I think, an hour left in it as well. Yeah, it's got an hour left in it as well. Two-hour chart currently right now is printing a red candle. Not sure where it's going to stop, but this red candle could then lead to a little bit of a temporary pump if we start getting some bulls stepping in. As of right now, though, it still looks bearish. Nothing has changed there. If we take a look at the 30-minute, take a look at the 30-minute delta here on the right-hand side, also starting to get weaker, but this is also possibly going to be putting in some sort of trap. Unless we continue having red bars after that, then we'll continue moving lower. All right, so that's what I'm thinking. Well, we're thinking right now at the moment, presently, we still have strength to the downside. I wouldn't be looking for a reversal just yet, in my opinion. That's why we're still in this trade. Hopefully we can get our TP here, and we'll be straight on this eval for the day. And it looks like we just tested the trend line. We just tested that trend line on our 12-minute chart. We just tested it. And if we continue getting this move down, we'll have a nice TP here. We'll be set on this combine pretty much. We'll just need $100 more, which sometimes is easier said than done, right? Sometimes easier said than done. All right, so I have something to talk to you guys about today. I am going to be starting 3 funded accounts today with Buellnox. No coupon codes right now on Buellnox unless you want to pay 45% off, which is not the best code, not the best discount in the world. But if you need something and you have to get it, then Smooth Trader is the code for it. But I will tell you this much: whenever they have an 80 or 90% sale again, just let the combines or the evals, let them rebill, because they will rebill at the price you bought them at. So I bought like 20 Buellnox evals at like $15. And I just let them renew on their own, and then I get opportunities like this. You know, I copy trade 3 at a time, so that way if I pass them, I pass 3. And it helps me out because now I have 3 fundeds to start today. But what I will tell you is that I went on Project X and I went down here to the settings and I put in my risk. Well, this is not the right one. It's right here. I went out here and I put on my risk. I put $420 as my personal daily loss limit. And I put liquidate and block. So like shut me out if I hit that. But what I will tell you is that my risk parameters. Oh yeah, I got the TP. Nice. I got the TP. Perfect. We got the TP, guys. So we're up very nicely on this account. We're at 29,937 on this account. So that's we hit 1,531 on the day. So tomorrow we'll have to, or Monday, we'll have to hit maybe, I don't know. Let me see. My account is at 52,937. So I think I'll have to hit, since my highest day was 1,531 today, I'll have to hit 2 times that, so 3,062. So I'll have to hit 62 plus another 60, 120, $130. Let's call it $150 trade next time. I'll have to hit a $150 trade. Good morning, Mike. Yeah, so like I was saying, guys, on Bionox, what I did here is I'm going to be putting in max position size of $200. That'll give me 2 opportunities to trade. 2 opportunities to trade. And even factoring in the commissions, I won't get stopped out mid-trade. The worst thing you can do, sorry about that, guys. The worst thing you can do is put these daily loss limits here, put them somewhere where they're going to affect you while you're mid-trade. So putting your stop loss automatically, like a bracket order, putting it at $200 is good, because if it goes against you, $200, it's not going to trigger the automatic daily loss limit. It's not going to trigger it. It's only going to trigger it once you pass 420. So if I take 2 trades and I lost 2 trades, I might as well not even take the third, because if I take the third, I only have like $10 factoring in commissions. I only have like $10 to trade with. So this is not going to stop me out during a trade. Like, I don't know if you guys ever set a personal daily loss limit. You can get stopped out during a trade, and that trade could end up going in your favor. So you do not want to put these risk parameters. You do not want to put them in a way where the risk parameter is going to shut you out halfway through a trade. All right. So just be very wary of that. So this will allow me to take 2 losing trades in a row without hitting my personal daily loss limit. And as far as my daily win, my target is going to be at least 1 to 2x on this. Okay. So I'm gonna shoot for 2x, but if we get 1, we get 1. If we get 2, I'm gonna, even more. We might even be able to get more. But the most we could ever lose in a day is $420. So we will be copy trading these 3 to make it a little bit more, how would I say it? A little bit more leveraged, give me a little bit more ability to scale. So that is something not everybody would agree with, but it's okay. You guys do what works for you. I'll do what works for me. Good morning, Mike. Good morning, guys. Thank you for being here. Whoever's here. I see I have 6 viewers, 3 likes. Thank you guys so much for that. All right. So right now we did get the move down that I was looking for. That was a beautiful, beautiful trade. I will tell you, when I got to pat myself in the back sometimes for good execution, and that was one. So I took this short here for a couple of different reasons. We had a 15-minute supply here. We hit it with a green high volume candle, which may symbolize manipulation. We got the trap in here and the delta as well. If we look at the delta showed us a beautiful little trap in here. If we look at this little formation here, this is the oddball. This gave us the trap indication. Plus we had a high volume candle, and we jumped into the 15-minute supply absorption zone. Now, if you guys are wondering what is the supply and seller absorption zone, well, it's an area where sellers were present, where they dominated buyers, even though the volume was in the buyer's favor. We had positive delta. We have negative red candle, purple candle. And wherever you see that and price comes back into it, a lot of times it gets stuck there and it reverses. At the very worst, you probably give you enough room to go to break even on a trade and let it play out. And that's exactly what we did here. We let it play out. It was a little risky because we did have to chop through the VWAP and the daily open, but we made it. And we even cut through this trend line here. Now, what do I think is going to happen for today? Well, if we look at if we go by what we've seen so far in the chart, there is a lot of bearish indications in here. Now we do have this little bullish area right here, which was an area that was a demand zone. So we'll label this here demand zone. This was a little bit of a demand zone in here. I don't know if it'll hold. I really don't, but it was a demand zone, and we had the same thing here. We had a demand zone. Let me just see if we can clone this. We had a demand zone in here. You see this yellow candle? That means that buyers were absorbing sellers. Okay, so these are areas that I'd be interested in taking trades if we start seeing signs of strength, signs of weakness, you know, just depending on the direction we're going. Okay, not saying any of these will hold, but these are just areas for you to find confluence. And if you find confluence and they start doing what you like, then hey, you never know. You never know. All right, so there's two ways you can trade these demand zones. I'm sorry, these supply zones or demand zones. You can either trade them as they're occurring. So if you see something like this popping up on the screen, I'm just telling you what works for me and what I'm looking to do. When you see these areas occurring, you can take a trade here in the direction where they're occurring. Go short, stop up here, and let it ride. You know, wherever you think, maybe VWAP, maybe daily, whatever you thought, you know, this could make it to. That's one way to play them. Or you can wait for price to come back into them. Either way, I've seen that these things work. Now, same thing here. You see them occurring when you see a yellow candle, absorbing sellers. When you see that occurring, and then you see the next candle green, what that tells you a good indication that the market's probably going to continue going in that direction. So putting a stop here, letting it ride, very good idea. Now, you might see something like this, and you're like, okay, well, there's absorption here. What happened? Well, look at the next candle. The next candle was extremely bearish. So that's why you have to be patient with these moves. I call it the 1, 2, 3 setup. 1, you see the heads up. 2, you see the direction. And on 3, you can enter that trade. Now, it is very risky to enter these trades without waiting for the second candle. But if you just want to jump into trades because you see the color of the candle, that's a little bit reckless in my opinion. You don't have to wait that long, you know, for extra confirmation. Or you can wait for price to come back into those zones, see how it reacts, and then take the appropriate measures if you see the other compensating factors, other confirmations, other confluence, whatever you want to call it. It just is better. It's just much better. Okay. Now, as of right now, I've got my levels marked up. We got about 10 minutes left before this market opens. My Clay, good morning, Biblical. What's up, man? How you guys doing? Hope you guys are good, man. Hope you guys are good. All right, so we are nice and green right now in the day on our eval. We hit 1531, so let's update that stat. We actually hit more than 1531. We hit about 2,500, but we had an $800 loss on our first attempt at that short. But it's okay because losses are part of trading. And if you get shaken out because of a loss, then you need to work on your psychology. We need to work on our psychology. I'm always working on my psychology. Every day I'm trying to work on my psychology a little bit more. Yesterday, I'm going to tell you guys a story. And you guys are going to be very ashamed of me. I'm going to tell you a story. As soon as we get 20 likes, I'm going to tell you what happened to me yesterday. It's a very embarrassing thing, but I'm learning from it, and I need those days in order to kind of mold me and I want to say maybe even traumatize me into becoming a better trader. Now, I spoke to a gentleman who's a therapist, and he told me something that was very, very fascinating about human psychology, human nature. And I'm going to share this with you. And this hit home so hard. What's up, Storm? This hit home so hard with trading. This is the cycle of trauma. This is the cycle of trauma. Okay. All right. This is the cycle of trauma, or PTSD, as he calls it. PTSD, addiction cycle. This is what he calls it. So number one would be a past or present emotion. So it starts with emotion. This is the cycle. I'm gonna create a graphic and put it in our Discord. If you guys aren't members of the Discord yet, go ahead and hit that link in the chat and join our Discord. I'm gonna put this in psychology. I'm gonna make a graph for this. But number one, he said, is the past or present emotion. That is the first component of a PTSD addiction cycle. Number two is disassociation. So when we disassociate ourselves with the money that we're trading or with the account, we start disassociating ourselves with what we're actually trying to accomplish. That is number two. There at number two, he says you have an opportunity. After number two, this is your window of opportunity. He says it's called the emergency exit. You can take the emergency exit at that time when you start to disassociate yourself with whatever you're trading, whatever you're doing. You know, he wasn't specifically talking about trading, but he was telling me that this is the golden window of opportunity. If you start disassociating yourself, get out. Stop doing what you're doing. Take the emergency exit. Now, if you don't do that, number three becomes the altered state. Altered state means when you become that horrible version of yourself that you're not going to be happy with. That's the number three, is the altered state. Now, number four then becomes your ritual or your habit. Then your ritual or your habit comes in. So then you start to fight the market, or you start to oversize, or you start to overtrade. That is number four. Number five would be acting out. So you break your computer, you smash your keyboard, you yell at your wife, you do it, you know, like whatever, all this crazy stuff. That is number four of PTSD addiction cycle. And number six, anybody anybody guess number six? Hold on, my wife's calling, guys. I'll give you guys an opportunity. Can anybody guess number six? What number six is? This is an important one. Hello? All right, guys, number six. Anybody got number six? Number six on the PTSD addiction cycle is shame and guilt. Have you guys ever felt that before? The shame and guilt of going on tilt? Shame and guilt. Yeah, that rhymes. Shame and guilt on tilt. That could be a t-shirt. All right, and there's something that completes this wheel. It's not actually a part of the PTSD cycle. I guess you can say it is. There's something between shame and where the wheel restarts. There's something in between there, and that's what he calls, what he says is called idealization. Idealization means that when the emotions have passed and the event has passed, you then start to think to yourself, you know what? It was just that one time. It was just that one time. It's not going to happen again. I learned a lot from that experience. I can be a really good trader if I don't do that one thing anymore. Now I know what it takes to be a good trader, and I'm all set. I got this, man. I took a day off. I went for a walk. I took a cold shower. I'm ready. I can do this. I'm going to be a good trader. That's idealization, because you're telling yourself you're not going to do it again next time. Everything's okay. It's safe to try again. So this is going to be a very important graphic. I'm going to put this into our Discord, and I think you guys would benefit from it. I know I did. When I heard that, I was like, the light went off. I'm like, holy moly. I said, this is big, man. This is really, really something special here. So, yeah, I think it's good for us to know. Psychology is important in trading, especially knowing that we're stuck in this loop, and we have an opportunity when we start to disassociate ourselves. Number two, I think it was number two, is disassociation. Let me just check on that. Yeah, when we start to disassociate ourselves, that's the opportunity for us to take the emergency exit. And if you can't take the emergency exit, at least set some risk parameters on your trading. Set some risk parameters, and then you'll be better. All right, let's start our walk. Hopefully you guys were thoroughly entertained this morning. Happy Friday, by the way, in case you guys celebrate Fridays. You guys celebrate Fridays? Or you guys do the TGI Monday? Come on, man. If you're a real trader, it's TGI Mondays, not TGI Fridays. That would be that's another good trading t-shirt. TGI Monday, TGIM. That's only good for NQ traders though. Because if you trade in Bitcoin, you could trade that thing 24/7, literally 24/7. All right, so at the moment right now, guys, I'm still going to remain bearish on this market. I do not think that it is ready to. I do not think it is ready to make any kind of significant U-turn, but the market will be open in about a minute. So then we're going to see some real fireworks, and then we'll find out if there's anything that we need to be aware of. I'm going to change the time frames here real quick to see if anything else blaring pops out at me. On a 30-minute here, we trying to see if I find any demand zones. One hour. This thing was a big demand zone in here, this candle. So yesterday's yesterday's low was a very big demand zone on the 1 hour here. Sorry, guys. I'm doing this more for myself to have a visualization when we get there. I'm going to erase them as the day goes on. I don't want to have too many things on my chart, but I do appreciate having some heads up. If it gets too busy for you guys, let me know. But we're going to just keep an eye on all the stuff that's going on here. Let me let the screen load up, and then we'll go back to our 12. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. We can get a nasty spill today, guys. This whole candle here is an absorption candle. Oh, this is pretty bad. On the 4 hour, this whole candle is an absorption candle, and it's closing in 29 minutes. Oh, Lord. Oh, we could have a major spill today, guys. We can have a major spill. I'm about to go short on BTC if that's the case. Oh man, this could be bad. This could be pretty bad. Yeah, we'll see how this 30-minute candle closes out. After that, we'll make some tough decisions here. But at the moment, yeah, this could be pretty bad. This 4 hour could end up being pretty bad. All right, so I'm going to be favoriting shorts until, well, I'm not going to take any trades now until after, more than likely after the first 15 minutes. Well, unless we see a good opportunity, but as of right now, I'm just going to chill. Just chill, bro. Just chill. All right, all right. What do we got? What do we got? Yeah, so we got our VLNOX accounts that we can trade today. We are on the, good thing I checked. We were on the wrong contract here. We were on the minis instead of micros. M and Q. You always got to check if you're on minis or micros, because that could hurt the team big time. All right. Everything looks pretty kosher here. We looking like we are going to get a spill here at the open, huh? Wow, what a nasty little move here. Nasty little move, guys. Buckle up. It's going to be a wild one. It's going to be wild. Okay, so we did have a demand zone here earlier on this 12-minute chart. This candle prior to it was demand. I don't know if it's going to hold. She's gonna let us know right now. So combining this candle with this candle here, this area could hold a little. But if I see a lot of bearishness in the higher time frames, and if that's going to continue, it's going to blow right through this level easily. If that continues. I've updated all our most recent limit downs and limit ups, so we're good there. Excuse me, guys. We're good there. Let's see if we can find out the PPE information from this morning. Let's have Grok tell us the latest news. Give me the latest PPI information from this morning's reading.
The Producer Price Index for final demand dropped 0.4% in March, with goods declining 0.9% and services falling 0.2%. Year over year, PPI rose 2.7%, lower than the expected 3.3%.
Is this going to have a positive or negative effect on inflation?
The lower than expected PPI reading suggests weaker price pressures at the wholesale level, which could signal a cooling effect on inflation in the near term. However, it's not a guaranteed outcome since consumer prices can be influenced by other factors like demand and supply chain issues.
Will this encourage the Fed to raise or lower rates?
A softer PPI reading like this morning's could lean the Fed toward pausing rate hikes or even considering cuts, as it points to easing inflationary pressures. But they'll weigh this against other data like CPI and employment before deciding.
Could you give me a 1 minute heads up before 10 a.m. because of preliminary University of Michigan consumer sentiment reading?
Sure thing. I'll give you a heads up at 9:59 a.m. Eastern Time. 1 minute before the preliminary University of Michigan consumer sentiment reading is released at 10 a.m. Just a quick note, I'm assuming you're referring to today, April 11, 2025. If you meant a different date, let me know. I'll check back in closer to the time. Anything else you need in the meantime?
No, that's all. Thank you so much. What's up, Mo? Good morning, my brother. All right, guys. It looks like this area here is holding a bit. Crazy how those demand areas are kind of working out here, right? It's demand zone here, demand zone here. These two together have given this a little bit of an opportunity for somebody to take a scalp here. I'm not saying this is going to hold. I'm not saying we're going to continue higher. But did this give somebody enough time here to make a couple bucks? You know, how much of a pop was that? That was 70 points. Not bad. Not bad. That's not bad at all. What's our ATR this morning? What is our ATR? Oh, that's pretty good, man. Our ATRs are getting back to normal, guys. We're at 72 on a 6 minute right now, which is more in line with what we used to see. More in line, a little safer trading today. So you guys can go back to trading your five minis, 10 minis, whatever you were trading before. So we'll see what this market's doing today, guys. But I have a little bit of an inclination that she's going to continue lower. But we'll see. There's a big purple candle right now in the 4 hour. Paul Young, what's up, brother? Forever young. I should call you Nasdaq, the Nostradamus of the Nasdaq. I was gonna try to merge the two, but it didn't sound right. Nasdaq Damus. I don't know. I can't pronounce it. Can't pronounce it. Thanks for the likes, guys. At 20, I will tell you the boneheaded mistake I made yesterday after the stream, which I swear I'm going to learn from. It's stuck in my PTSD cycle. Hopefully you guys don't make the same mistakes as I do anymore. But as traders, I think we all have to go through them at one point or another. Did you guys know that on Project X, you can look at one asset, you can chart one asset and trade another? I know it sounds confusing. Yeah, I know that sounds confusing. You can look at one asset and trade another. So what I mean is this. See if you guys can see my screen. Okay, so here you can pick what contract you want. So what trade you want, what asset you want to trade. And here you pick what screen you want to see. So you can chart the NQ and trade the MNQ. Pretty cool, right? Pretty cool. I wish TradingView would do that. That would save me a lot of headaches. Because I like to chart the NQ and I like to trade off the M and I trade the M and Q some days, but I like to chart the NQ. All right, so we did this. Demand zone did hold, guys. Look at that, man. Wild and crazy. That demand zone held. All right, so right now we're going to be entering. I wouldn't even consider this one relevant anymore because we've gone through this thing. Like, you know, I'm not going to use an analogy, but we've gone through it a lot. We've gone through it a whole lot. Like my stop losses. You know. Got a good dad joke for you guys today. It's a trader dad joke too. It's a trader dad joke. So you guys make sure you get those likes ready, man. I'll tell you guys my boneheaded mistake at 20 likes, and I'll tell you a good dad joke at 30. And at 50, we got a 50K eval giveaway. So I'll see if we can start those likes rolling in. Let the good times roll, baby, along with the likes. So we got consumer confidence at 10 a.m., guys. You think the consumers are confident right now, or you think they're not so confident? I think they're cautiously confident. And we are, I think we are building some kind of a wedge. Look at that, guys. The market loves wedges, man. The market loves wedges more than bullies like wedgies. Well, the market is a bully. That would explain a lot. NQ is a bit of a bully, so that would explain why she loves wedges so much. So I'm assuming this wedge may want to come back up into the 15-minute supply in here. Let's take a quick look at that 4-hour again, see if it's still purple. Are you still purple, girl? Are you still purple? You got 18 minutes left. Are you still purple? Let's see in 1 second. She's no longer purple. She's actually just red now. Still does not look good though on this 4-hour, and I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Look at this. I mean, it is something. It's not the greatest thing in the world, but this might have been a trap here. We couldn't get a rollover, a nasty rollover there on the 4-hour. This could be a nasty trap. This pop right here could have been a trap, and we get the rollover. Makes sense. I think I would agree to that. That would make sense. So I'm probably gonna be a bear today. I'm gonna put on my bear hat. Wow, is that 12 minutes still holding? You think this 12-minute absorption area is still holding here? Even though I mean, it's probably more because of the VWAP. It's probably more because of VWAP, so not really gonna highlight it too much. But I do think they're gonna come and retest the top of the wedge here, unless they're done manipulating this wedge and they're just gonna roll over now. It's a possibility too. I'm short and break even. I really want us to hit 17,842. Well, I'm with you, man. I think we will go down today, Paul. I'm with you on that one. My Clay, man, missed you yesterday, brother. Are you okay? Were you all right? The stock market is like it's a little area that we saw in here. We had bullish absorption, retest of the wick, bullish absorption here, double the confirmation, This could have gave you a very cheap entry with a rocket ship to the upside. You just gotta have cojones. You can't be afraid, especially when the market opens. It moves so fast. A lot of times, including myself, I get a little scared. I start to hide under my bed when I see this price action. I'm like, oh, I'm out of here. All right, we got our 15-minute opening range. I cannot find a good indicator for the 15-minute IB. I cannot. If somebody has one, and I don't even know how to use it, because it never shows correctly. I can only find 1 hour. I didn't like this one, because this one shows you initial balance on the 1 hour. I think that is. I have no idea what the heck this thing is. Initial balance, 9:30 to 10:30. Let's edit this. All right, so we can calculate the initial balance. Let's see if we do 9:30 to 9:45. Let's see what that looks like. Okay. So this is the area here, initial balance area. Okay. See if we could shade that. Change these colors up. What just happened? There's no bueno. What is happening here? Boxes, color, graphic boxes. Precision. That's cool. I don't have a background. There's no background color. I have no idea why it's not showing. Inputs 9:30, 9:45. Initial balance can go some period correlation. I don't know what that is. Show extra levels, ID high, down low. Show intermediate levels. Label size small. Daily price level width. Initial balance level high color. Balance low color. I have no idea. All I know, this is the initial balance in here. It does not look the way I'd probably want it to look. Oh, there's a whole bunch of levels in here. These are initial balances from like other days. All right, I'll just keep it on and off. I'll work on this after hours. But it looks like we're getting that bounce off of it though. I'll leave it on for now just to keep it. We'll try next short at 18.8. Right. Tapping the top of that trend line. Alright. We're tapping it. We're almost tapped it. I'm getting that absorption candle here, which is nice. Nice to see. Nice to see. This kind of confirms our idea here. We're back into the IB, the 15-minute. Market open is here at 440. A lot of lines. Not a big fan of too many lines, but only the most necessary ones. All right, this is absorbing. Let me see if there is any gap. Regular trading hours when these were yesterday. We already closed that gap from yesterday. That was in here at 5:43. Okay, so she closed it. Or actually it was at 5:58. Either way, she closed it. She's still pumpy. She's still pumpy. Paul's gonna try his short at the overnight high. If we break through this trend line here, we might go up in that area. Right now, if we do get this purple candle here, I'm a bear. I'm gonna be a bear if that's the case. If our next candle ends up printing red, and it's not, if this candle doesn't close as the doji either, I'd be a little bit more bullish if it did. I mean bearish if it did. We got Michigan sentiment coming out, guys, in about 7 minutes. So we may want to wait till then. May want to wait till then. Do 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 do. All right, I'm just gonna keep this here. All right, so this candle is no longer looking too bearish. No longer looking too bearish. And neither is BTC at the moment. Good thing I did not just blindly jump into a short. We'll see what ends up happening to this market here. BTC is about to break yesterday's high at 84,000, sorry. 83,640. Let me take a look at the other indices here. Haven't even set these up properly yet. All right, the YM's trying to break overnight highs. ES is not as strong. Let me see. NQ, what are you doing, girl? All right, so far so good. Everything's copacetic there. VIX is floating at around 35. That's his new hangout spot, the 35s. Okay, and we'll see. We'll try next short at 18,800 now. You know what? I feel so much better, guys, knowing that the most I can lose on my funded accounts is $400 in a day with Project X. So I didn't even think about setting that up, man. I don't know why. Why didn't I think about that? I just thought of it. To be honest with you, I just thought of it this morning. Do you guys have your risk settings on your Project X or on anywhere else? Like, I know that with Rhythmic, you could do a lot of things through like Ninja Trader, setting things up, or you know, with Guardian Angel Trader. I think there's another one now too, Quant something, Quant Safe or something. Yeah, I think that's gonna be my main focus now. Is gonna be just making sure that my daily loss limits are either automated or hardwired. Because I can't, for some reason, I cannot. If anybody knows with TradingView, I think TradingView is CQG data, right? It's CQG, right? Not DX. I think it's CQG. Is there anything that I can use for CQG? I'm gonna ask Grok to create a daily loss limit. Is there any way to create a daily loss limit on TradingView? Let's see. I tried to look this up before on Google and I didn't find. I found some stuff that was like putting it into PineScript and creating like a script for it. TradingView doesn't have a built-in feature, but there we go. but you can achieve something similar with a few workarounds depending on your setup. Pine script for alerts, you can write custom Pine script. Broker integration if you're trading, if you're a broker, connected to TradingView. Okay. Let me try this. Does Webull have a way to set up a daily loss limit for futures trading? All right, we're still pumping green here, guys, bright green, which means we're still going to try to hit that 15-minute supply.
Offer a built-in feature to set a specific daily loss limit for futures trading. You can use stop-loss orders to manage risk on individual trades, which could help cap losses indirectly.
Is there a way that you can write a script for me to be able to do it on TradingView since I connect Webull to TradingView?
TradingView's Pine script can't directly interact with Webull's API to enforce a daily loss limit for futures trading, as broker integrations like Webull and TradingView are limited to placing and managing orders, not account level controls like loss caps. What you can do is write a script to monitor your unrealized P and L, profit and loss, for the day, and send an alert if it hits a threshold you set, like a $1,000 loss. This wouldn't automatically close positions or block trades, but it'd notify you to take action. Here's a basic Pine script example to get you started. Pine script. Add version =5.
Stop, Rex.
All right, I'll pause there. Let me know how you want to proceed.
Can you tell me what data feed TradingView uses? Is it DX or CQG?
TradingView uses multiple data feeds depending on the market and broker integration. For futures trading, it often relies on CQG when connected through brokers like AMP Futures or Optimus Futures. DX feed isn't typically
Stop.
used for their futures data. The exact feed
Stop,
can
Rex.
vary. Okay, I'm stopping here. What's next?
Is there any third-party software I can use to create a daily loss limit for CQG connections?
Some third-party platforms, like Multicharts or TradeStation, can integrate with CQG and allow you to set daily loss limits through custom scripts or automated strategies. These tools let you define rules to monitor P and L and halt trading if losses hit your threshold, though you'll need a stable connection to ensure reliability.
Thank you, Rex. That's all.
Glad I could help. Catch you later.
All right, let's see if Rex gives us the alert we're waiting for. I guess Rex forgot. To limit our strategy's intraday losses, we use a strategy risk max.
Sounds like you're looking to tighten up risk.
All right, we're Michigan sentiment's out, guys, and the market is respecting this 15-minute supply level here and the trend line. We're getting the bearish absorption followed by a red candle. If this red candle ends up closing red, what I'd like to do at that point is scale into a short position after this plays out. We got 12 minutes left though, 11 minutes left. To limit our strategy's intraday losses, we use the strategy risk max intraday loss function. TradingView. Once the script reaches our predefined max loss trading, stops for the day. Where did you find that, Mike Light? Did you find that somewhere? Anybody here been playing around with zero day or short term options in these last couple of days with this crazy volatility we've been having? Wow, it's just getting ugly. It's getting ugly. It's getting very ugly. This is starting to turn into a supply level now. This here. So we will mark this out. Actually, we'll just expand this. This is now bearish territory. Bearish territory in here now. Oof, man, that 15-minute was powerful. Look at that, guys. Wow, man. That was good. That was good. Quarterly poke. You're changing to an options trader now? No, I'm not changing to it. I've always done options in the background. I've done 0-day expiries. But I'm just wondering if anybody here has been taking them up in the last few days with all this volatility. I haven't traded options in about a year, but I used to do 0 days, depending on what I felt the market was doing. There'd be days where I'd lose $100. There'd be days where I made 1,000 off 100. So I was just dipping my toe in them. I've never been a good options trader. Well, I've never been an experienced options trader. It's not the route I want to go. I'm just wondering if any of you guys, because I've heard a couple of traders say that they killed it the last few days with all this volatility. Are you familiar with options quarterly? I think it's quarterly. I think it is quarterly, right? Quarterly pokey. Is it pokey or poke? I think it's pokey. Yeah, this is working out really nicely here. This is working out beautifully. Oh man, too bad I didn't just enter it on this candle, but confirmation is key. So what we'll do here is wait for this to come back up and possibly enter a short position. This is beautiful. Beautiful. Oh my God. Man, you couldn't have asked for a better setup here. Could not have asked for a better setup. It just barely poked its head into that 15-minute that we had outlined right there. Barely. And yeah, now I would say this is supply now. I think Storm, you trade options, right, Storm? I don't know if you're still here. I know Storm's crushed it with some options. I think Storm crushed it with a VIX option not too long ago. It wasn't you? If it wasn't you, then it was, if it wasn't you, could it have been Laughter? I thought it was you, Storm. It was one of you guys. I know Laughter trades options, but I don't remember if it was him who called that VIX option. Well, actually took that VIX option, because we were talking about it here on the channel one day when I was telling you guys the VIX is at 14, man. This thing is screaming for a move to the upside, and I think then like a day or two later, the VIX went to like 20s, mid 20s, something like that. So that was pretty cool. Options are just gambling rather than go play blackjack at the casino. I don't know too much about it. I don't know enough about options to make that determination. But if you can tell where the market is going, if you're good at determining direction, but not so much at determining timing, I think options are not a horrible thing for some traders who are bad at timing but good at direction. And the good thing about options is you have a defined risk, right? So if you're going to do a 0 DTE and you put $100, you know you're going to lose $100. That's the most you can lose. With futures, if you have, let's say, 10K in your account and you don't put a stop loss, there's no defined loss there. You could lose your whole account. So that's the only thing I think is good. Timing is even more important. You think so, Storm? Why is that? Because it can go against you and stop you out too? Unless you go way out in expiry? Oh, okay. Then you do know. You know, theta decay, yeah, I know about the theta decay. But what I'm saying is you don't want to take, like, with the 0-day expiries, you want to take those before noon. You don't want to take those at like 1 o'clock unless you know the things about the cliff or pump. You know, so I don't know enough to even begin a conversation with it, but I would have thought that options would be a little bit more forgiving on the entry because you don't necessarily have to put in a stop. You could just let it expire. You understand what I'm saying? You could just let it expire. You can put a stop in, but you don't have to. But with Nasdaq, if you're trading futures, if you don't put a stop in, you can wipe out everything you have in your account. Yeah. Today would be like to see price take out Wednesday's high, and I'm done for the day. So you're long quarterly? You're taking a long bias today? See, this is why this is good. That's why it's good to let the second candle confirm before taking a trade. Because if you don't let the second candle confirm, you could literally wreck yourself. So we still got 4 minutes left in this candle here. Now she's turning into a bullish absorption candle. I'm still short bias, to be honest, but well, I think the 4 hour closed, right? Let's look at this 4 hour. How did the 4 hour close? Yeah, the 4 hour just closed. And it closed like a hammer. It closed pretty bullish. Yeah, that kind of changes things. Let's look at the delta on the 4 hour. The delta on the 4 hour kind of melted. Really nothing. Look at that. It's barely anything. So right now is a good possibility that we might be looking at more upside here. More upside now because the 4 hour confirmed like this now. Yeah, we'll see how this candle closes out. If this candle does not close out bullish, if it closes out red, maybe the bears still have a chance. If not, it's gonna be a bull day. It's gonna be a bull one. Let's see. Yeah, I think it might end up being pretty strong here. I'm looking at the 4 hour here on another chart. It could go either way. It depends. It really does depend on this, on these next few candles. What happens here? Direction-wise, it really does. We could be putting in a big, huge bull flag. We could be putting in a huge bull flag. So we'll see. This is not going to be an easy one, guys. Looks like a possible continuation right now on the 2 hour. The 30 minute looks pretty strong as well. Yeah, this was a massive, massive reversal here. On this one candle alone, I think we've got probably 200 points. What do we got on this? 190. I'm good at eyeballing these things. We'll see. Yeah, you're long. I'm riding this move higher. I just trade gaps and seek liquidity. Nothing crazy. Beautiful, man. Good strategy. Simple is key. 19,400 for NQ. Only trading one contract. Well, one contract on the NQ. That's big, dude. Where was your entry? Where was your entry at? Was your entry here at the open? Like down here? At this demand? This is starting to look pretty strong. 18,475. So you entered after the open? You entered in here prior to VWAP? Between daily open and VWAP? Where you're stopped down here, maybe? You entered right before yesterday's close. So you were rocking with like 125 point stop loss if you even put one on. I mean, that's a logical one. Not to say that's what you did, but that's the logical one. Ooh, what is she doing here? Is she confirming another red candle? Wow, man. She's confirming another red candle here in 30 seconds. Oof. Aye, aye, aye. That is nuts. All right, let's give her 10 seconds here to close. I'm not trying to troll anybody here, guys, but I put on this short here with a TP at 18,180. We'll see. If I'm wrong here, I'm losing 200 bucks. If we're gonna be right, we'll do a 3R. I'm just reading the delta here, and the delta is telling me that the bears have not given up just yet, and we will protect our position once we break down under the last wick that we have here. Possibly then we'll move to break even, but as of right now, it's still too choppy. Maybe after we break this wick, or maybe after we break 18,358. We'll see. She's still quite strong, so I only want to risk 100 points here. ICT talks about the first fair value gap after 930. I'm using the fair value gap that formed at 938. Good job, man. Whatever your thesis is, it's important to have one. Yeah, a lot of chop here, guys. A lot of chop. A lot of chop. Chop, chop, chop. Yeah. This last red candle was a bit of a doji on the 12. Not the best indication in the world, but still an opportunity. Looks like we'll get stopped here. Maybe the longs are going to be the play for the day. We'll see. All right. What does she want to do here at VWAP, man? Does she want to chop the VWAP or does she want to cut through the VWAP like a hot knife through butter? We will see. She's holding up this trend line here on the higher time frames. So trend lines, you know, a lot of times they get ran through pretty hard and pretty harshly. We've got about 12 minutes left. Sorry, I got about 6 minutes left in my 12. So we're halfway there. Market could be taking a breather here for a bit. Market could be taking a breather. Not sure. All right, she's moving. She's moving and she's grooving, guys. We're giving her a little bit of time to breathe here. Giving her a little opportunity to do her thing. All right, very nice, very nice, very nice. Very nice, very nice. All right, we're gonna hopefully hit a TP here on our live account. Hopefully, that is the word. Hopefully here at 375. Hopefully, baby, hopefully. All right, you may have to get pushed here. Come on, girl, push. I'm gonna take her off there. All right, we're green on the day on our live account. We're up about 43 bucks. We took one small loss and we hopefully are gonna have this one here play out in our direction. I think we're gonna get a pop on this move. We'll go ahead and move this one to break even. Hopefully it'll be safe. And if we get this hit here, we'll be all right. We'll be all right. We'll be okay. We'll be okay, guys. We'll be okay. I should have taken that on a 0-day expiry option. Yeah, guys, go ahead and start clowning me for my $43 live account. We're green, though. We're green. That's all that matters. That was like a $250 hit for me, but I had taken a small stop loss trying to get that short earlier. My stops were set at 50 points on my live account. Oh man, sorry to hear that, quarterly. Nice. I traded short in London, so made the money off the move. Was reluctant to try again in this area. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, this area, dude, this area, like we marked it out here earlier. This area, man, was 15-minute supply, man. Look at these purple candles. Sellers absorbing buyers big time. I know you guys hear me say this over and over again, but the more backtesting I do, the more these things just are just screaming at me and slapping me across the face like, bro, what is wrong with you, man? Look at these areas. Look, look, look. Don't be a schmuck. Don't be a schmuck all your life. What is BTC doing right now? Maybe we'll take options out on BTC. All right, we might hit nice there. We might hit nice. Yeah. I'm still not going to short BTC. I just don't know. I just don't think it's ready. But I will hopefully take hopefully hit a take profit here in this account. 1 micro, guys. 1 micro. If we hit on this 1 micro, we're going to be looking good. Said it before, but I want 17,842 today. Interesting how it reaches to that level. $43 you might be able to pay for your McDonald's lunch. Laughter. How dare you, man? How dare you, man? I might buy another combine. I just buy another combine. You know, that's a degens thing. How many combines can I buy with $43? Now, better, you know what it is, dude? I started that account with $500. We're almost at 3K. Base hits, just base hits, just base hits, man. Just base hits. That's it, man. Just looking for base hits. All right, so we broke down. Our overnight low is still at 18,000. We might add another micro to this if it comes back. Let's see if it comes back to the golden pocket. Where's my golden pocket? Golden pocket is... Really? Is that where the golden pocket is? Yikes, zoinks. I might get stopped out of this move. Because the golden pocket is before my TP. I mean, before my break even. My break even is before the golden pocket. So if we get really close to my stop loss area, if we get really close to it and we start reversing, then I'll add another position. But if not, we'll just leave it. I would leave it be. $43. Laughter. Don't laugh, man. Don't laugh. Don't laugh, man. It's all good in the hood, brother. It's better than down 700 like I was the other day on it. I think I took $600 loss the other day on my live account. That really hurt. Because I try to aim for like $200 to $300 a day. I try to aim for $200 to $300 a day on that live account. Yesterday we hit 400. That was amazing. But yeah, I gotta try to limit my losses though. That's what's really killed me. And that account would be over 5K already if I had a way to just limit my losses. And self-control has not been very strong, let's just say. Got back due to the SMT between YM and NQ and ES. Is that the way you trade quarterly? You look at SMT? What's good, Pablisi? How you doing, my friend? Guys, if we can get the 20 likes, I'll tell you the boneheaded thing I did yesterday. If we get the 30 likes, I'll tell you a really good dad joke. And we get the 50 likes, you guys will be in there like swimwear with a 50K eval. You guys want that? 50K evals are like the new eggs. I think eggs are still going up in price though, if I'm not mistaken. Eggs are still expensive. All right, the daily level is at 470, 457. Yeah, we might. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if we hit this, we're solid though. It's all ICT. Nice, man. Congrats, brother. How long you been trading? Who's your favorite ICT live streamer? Do you follow like Tanya Trades and stuff like that? I traded my TPT Pro during CPI yesterday by accident. Now I'm just back to live trading. Was it bonehead as that? Yeah, a little more boneheaded than that. A little more boneheaded. A little bit, just the weensy bit. There's a little bit. This is a little bit. What's up, Captain? What's cracking, Captain? Captain's in the house, or in the boat, I should say. Here we are, guys, just waiting on Father Time to let us know if this NQ is going to end up hitting our TP or if it's going to come back and smash our break even. We took the same trade in our live account, made a whole whopping $43. Well, we made like $250, but I took a $100 stop loss prior to that. So then you do the math. Had to pay some trading fees. And in hindsight, should I let it run? Yeah, I should have let it run for sure, for easy. But you just never know. So I have learned that with my live account, I should probably just lock in profits as much as I can. Because there have been days where I've been up $1,000, guys, on my live account. And I'm just looking at it like, yeah, it's going to go for more. It's going to go for more. And then I give it all back. And if I would have taken profits on those opportunities where I was in profits, that account would be, forget 5K. It'd be way more than 5K. Probably be like a 10K already. What's up, Giant Diver? Laftus practice 17,900. That's your target. Can you move it up to 18,180 so we can TP? I know the market likes to go where you call. Let's get to 20 likes, guys. I'll tell you my boneheaded move that I did yesterday. It's even worse than Paul's. Paul's, any targets for down here? I think you said 17,842. 17,842. That would put me safe. That actually lines up really nicely with my anchored VWAP. But in the meantime, we'll see if we can hit this TP here. Hopefully. God willing. God willing. Market was looking hella strong earlier, but she showed us the absorption, and we played with the trend today, not against the trend. That's my number one thing I got to remind myself is just do what the market is showing you. Don't try to be a, you know, a timer of turnarounds. So okay, cool, man. Well, hopefully it gets there, because then we'll be in the way here, and we'll take our TP. Yeah. I might activate another Tradefy today, eval. If we get this TP here, we'll probably retest the trend line right now. What do you guys think? Probably retest the trend line. Probably retest the trend line. Maybe even go through it. I might take profits here. I'm going to take profits on this because I think it's going to it's probably going to come back and retest the, yeah, we locked that out. We took 241 on that. It looks like it's going to come back and test the daily open. We'll just re-enter the short if we still believe in it. I think price trying to reach opening price. Yeah, I think it's going to come back up. We'd love to see Wednesday's high hit the market on close. Macro between 345 and 4. Yes, sir. All right, so we in there less swimwear, guys. We're in there less swimwear. Let's see if she retests this trend line daily open. I did have a target here of the golden pocket. I looked at earlier. That golden pocket is right at the VWAP again. So we could crack through here, tap the VWAP, and lose it again. That's what I'm thinking. So I'm looking for, like Mike said here, yesterday's close, daily open, this area in here. maybe. If not, we just short her again. Opening price, yeah, maybe it is trying to touch opening price. So let's update that. 241 across 3 funded accounts. That's 750, about 750. So we're copy trading 3 funded accounts here. So if you see 241 as a profit, it's multiplied by 3. Losses are also multiplied by 3, in case you didn't know that. So I think that was a good call on my part here, taking the profits, because it looks like she is trying to go back to the daily open. And I want to take profits because I don't want to end up tilting later. Why would you go with Tradefy when it's more expensive? I just had a look. Is there something I'm missing? Yeah, because Tradefy, you only pay $90 for an account, but there's no activation fee. So that's why I think it's the cheapest out of all of them. 50K growth. 50K growth is $90, and no activation. You can pass in 1 day. So that's why I like it. Yeah, if you're interested, use the code SmoothTrader. You'll get the 40% off since you're a brand new trader. You're a brand new trader. If you go straight to funded, it's more expensive, but you don't have to do an eval. You could do a 25K like Joanna did the other day for $200, and you can still trade, you know, a bunch of minis in there if you want to. But for $200, it's the same thing as getting a top step, where you pay $50 for an eval and $150 for activation, but you're straight to funded. There's no downtime with the eval. I think you're right, Mike. I think we're going to hit the opening price here soon. Could get a spillage again. Let me look at the higher time frames and see what the higher time frames are calling for. Higher time frame for might actually be trying to put in a higher low with this last move here. Hard to say. Hard to say. Market is a very finicky thing. Thanks, Paul. Appreciate that. So I'm going to watch the market here for a little bit, guys, so I hope it doesn't get too boring for you guys. I'm going to watch the market here for a little bit because I don't know if she's just going to play around and act like she is going to respect the trend line and actually not respect it and go higher, because there's a good chance she could. Meantime, I will try to distract myself here. Home. Sweet home, Alabama. All right, you guys settle this once and for all. Was there a cornucopia on the Fruit of the Loom logo? Price is back at the first fair value gap. We should be seeing higher prices. Maybe. Was there or was there not a cornucopia on the Fruit of the Loom logo? And if you guys have no idea what a cornucopia is, this is basket. Fancy name for basket. So Corley Pokey says there was. I remember there being one too, but the Mandela effect tells us that there actually wasn't. That's crazy, right? That is crazy. There was, right, Captain? I'm from the 80s, man. Don't tell me there was no basket on the Fruit of the Loom. I probably still have one of those shirts. Anybody still have the Garbage Pail Kids? I don't know. All right, well, let's go back to the charts here. Now that we've settled that, there was a cornucopia. A corner what? Would you guys ever take a lie detector test with your girlfriend? They just rebranded it, right? Yeah. Would you guys ever take a lie detector test with your girlfriend or wife? Would you ever do that? I saw an influencer take one. I saw an influencer take one yesterday with his girlfriend. She's hot, and he did not like the results, man. He did not like them one bit. He got very angry. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was photoshopped. Maybe it was photoshopped, like some traders photoshopped their P&Ls. Maybe it was photoshopped. Sweet home Alabama. All right, let's see. We got a little bit of a trend line forming here as well, with lower lows. Are we going to that trend line, the next trend line, which is going to be right here? You know, I only trade trend lines, right, guys? Every trend line I see, I can't help myself. I press buttons. But it does line up really nicely with this little area right here. It does line up really nicely with this area that Mike called out right there. I like it when you do it right there. Let's see. Background color. That's ugly. That's ugly, man. All right, see if we see what happens there at that error. She could pivot. She could pivot. See, if you guys learned anything today, is don't take a lie detector test with your girlfriend or your wife. Maybe you'd be the guilty one. Maybe you would be the guilty one, so don't think it's always going to be her. Let the first one with no sin cast the first stone, is what it says in the Bible. I like those videos where they test the couples with an AI app. It reveals their participation online dating. Oh, what? Really? That's nuts. I didn't know that existed. What's up, Green Papaya? How you doing, man? Oh, man. Laughed. I hope they don't find your grinder. I hope they don't find your grinder profile. That'd be pretty embarrassing. Ay, ay, ay. 10:30 candle should be the new low of the day. Just a thought. Yeah, I've heard a lot of ICT traders say things like that. How do you guys know that, though? How do you guys know that? The 10:30 candle, which is being formed right now. Aha. Do I like ICT? I don't trade ICT, but I don't dislike people that use his concepts. I think to each their own. I think ICT himself is not a good trader, but I think his concepts are sound because he gets them from the old school way of trading that a lot of the traders like Peter Brandt, like that lady I follow on Twitter, on X, the older lady. She was just on Words of Wisdom recently. I have her on X. Let me see. Her name is like Linda. Is it Linda? Linda something. Well, the old school guys, man, like the Tom the Trader, Tom Hugard. You know, he's in that same camp. So they talk a lot of the same concepts. So I don't disapprove of his concepts. I just don't. I don't trade that way. It's not my style of trading. I trade more on order flow, and I trade more on structure, volume, stuff like that. But I have no quarrels with anybody's strategy. There's people that trade without even using charts. They trade on the DOM, you know. So to each their own. Everybody has their way of doing it. Linda, yeah, that's what it is. Linda Ratch or something. Linda Ratched. She's kind of ratchet, that Linda. She's a ratchet trader. She's a really good trader, though. She had a lot of assets under management. I didn't know. Yeah, they're like in the Turtle Soup Club, like the Turtle Traders, I think was what they used to call themselves. So I had a lot of respect for the generations that came before, founders of the Turtle Trading. Yeah. All those cats, man. All those cats. Even the master himself of price action trading. What's his name? I follow him too. Hey, Greg or Rex. Oh, hold on. Rex, who is known as the master of price action trading? He's from the Turtle Traders. Al Brooks. Yeah, that's him. Al Brooks. Yeah, I've watched his YouTube videos too. Al Brooks, he's a beast too. So ICT concepts, they come from all of that. They come from that crew, from that age, from that time. I don't know if they kicked ICT out of that crew. I don't know if he was ever in that crew, but I think that's where ICT learned his concepts from, is from those traders. But I think ICT is a great teacher, because the way he teaches stuff is very kind of like almost like provocative. He makes it seem like mystical, but he just takes too long to get there. He definitely does over talk, but he has a very provocative and mystical way of teaching the things he uses for trading, and it makes sense. Anything that points traders in the right direction, away from just pressing buttons. Like, he has some really sound stuff, like, don't take any trades between 9:30 and 10 o'clock. Let the first 30 minutes kind of just play out. He has mark out your overnight high, mark out your overnight low. So, I mean, like, he says a lot of very good things, you know, that make a lot of sense. And then what you can't teach is discipline, risk management, and can't really teach, what's that called? Greed, greed, you can't really teach those kind of things. Now we're pushing here, Yeah, there's a lot of things you can't teach, but he can teach you the basics. The rest is up to you. That's why a lot of good traders who have initially started off as ICT traders, they do credit him to a certain degree, but they say they have added all the hard stuff themselves. Ninja Turtles, yeah, that's who it was. Puglisi, it was the Ninja Turtle traders. I don't know, ICT lost credibility in my opinion. He said he coded the markets. Yeah, I never said he was a good trader or that he wasn't a little kooky, but that's part of the mysticism of his trading, is when he says crazy things like that. And as long as you're not hurting anybody or slandering anybody, and you tell some fairy tales like that, and it helps your brand, so be it. Whatever works. Now we're seeing that move I wanted before. I took that negative $60. Yeah, we're getting strong here. We're getting strong. I love the Cabbage Patch traders. He also lost the Robbins Cup bad. I don't even think he placed. That's how bad that was. Yeah. So we're seeing that pumperoonie. We're seeing that pumperoonie here, and it's gonna keep going. Looks like it wants to come and either test the trend line once more, or just say, you know what, screw it, I'm just gone, man. I'm getting out of here. Let's take a look at this 4 hour again. Take a look at this 4 hour once more. Okay, this candle is still purple on the 4 hour, which is not good. That signifies seller absorption. But it could turn green. We have 3 hours left on it. Right now the candle is green here. The delta candle is green. Let's scroll down to the 2 hour. Two hours simply just says that we had possible, this could have been a bottom here, hitting the demand zone. This demand zone hit we had here could have been the bottom. Well, actually, this candle might have been the bottom. And now we go higher because this was the trap. Yeah, I'm liking this 2 hour. If I'm a bull, I'm liking this 2 hour. I'm liking it if I'm a bull right now. I'm liking it. Okay. That tells me that they want to go higher. Let's look at the 1 hour. We have a really tough spot to get through though. We got to get through this area here. If we can't get through this area, we're going to have a rough time in here. You filled at 18,350. Good for you, quarterly. Holding for Wednesday's high around 19.4. Beast mode. Quarterly's going to make some guap today, man. Good for you, brother. All right, looks like we're running away from those. Sellers very quickly here, putting in a lot of bullish delta to the upside. Putting a lot of bullish delta in. 1 hour is looking really good. We have 11 minutes, 12 minutes left in this 1 hour candle. Man, and 30 minutes looking pretty strong. The delta looks crazy. Looks really crazy. So right now, I would say that the bulls got it. The bulls have it, man. The bulls have it now. The only thing we got to do now is look for a demand zone to form. Like right now, if this candle ends up closing yellow, that means that this is going to be a demand zone. We'll wait for price to circle back into this area, or if we're really ballsy, we'll take a long from here, stop down here, and we'll let it go. That's a little bit more of a ballsy move. But you know what they say. No risk, no Rory. Y'all think next week's markets will still be high volatility? I think we may be a little better next week. Right now, the 6-minute ATR, well, this morning wasn't that bad. 6-minute ATR right now is at 105. Damn, that thing shot up a lot. It's still not horrible, but it's shot up a lot. And when you're playing with a 50-point stop loss like I was with my live, it's pretty hard. It's pretty hard. Yeah, so we broke through this trend. Take this off the screen. All right, so this demand zone held somewhat. Good thing we took our TP. Now we'd be mad right now. We'd be the mad rapper. Remember, this area is still supply. Still supply. Sell my Hellcat just to meet broker margins to be able to trade in case next week is still on the bench. You got a Hellcat? I didn't know you had a Hellcat, Publici. $18,350. You got filled at $18,350. Okay, so you took it from down here. You got a better entry than you did. You got a better entry now than you did originally. Yeah, I get enough YouTube strikes as it is. The music I have right now is going to get me strikes. I just can't take the other stuff. I got to get Envato elements back again so I can make my own soundtrack. I'm going to do that over this weekend because I keep getting copyright strikes like left and right. So I'm going to make my own soundtrack this weekend so that way I can stop this nonsense. Nonsense, I tell ya. Because they, even though you might get like your own soundtrack and pay for it, they still want you to upload the licenses afterwards, which is a pain in the buttocks. It is a pain. March 30th. That's hilarious. Smooth beats. That's what it is, man. Mausoleum speaking. All right now. Who's Mausoleum? Mussolini? Is he back from the dead? Is that a Fed speaker? Musalem? Yeah, I don't think that's going to do much. Keep in mind, guys, this area is still a supply zone. We've got supply in here. We saw it earlier today. If we don't get above that, this market could take another tumble. Yeah, if it isn't Powell, it doesn't matter, says Quarterly. Ooh, she's getting this push. She's getting this push. You know what, guys? She may be respecting that that golden pocket. She came in right into the golden pocket right before the 786. She might be respecting it, man. We're also, keep in mind, we're also in that demand, that supply zone here. We did hit the trend line. I don't know. The only thing I can say is trade carefully. Trade carefully, guys. Be safe. One minute hidden OTE. OTE. 1 minute hidden OTE. What is OTE? CC, what's up, man? Why do people prefer trading options with their own money over day trading futures? I don't know. I've never been a prolific options trader, man. I used to think Lambos were expensive. Now I think they're cheap. What changed? Is that a dad joke? Take a fib from the low at 932 to the high at 954. You mean the time? Is this 954? From the low to the high, not from the high to the low, right? What are we looking for here? Captain, how are we going to survive these rough ocean waters? Dump it all overboard, including the barrels of wine, everything. Captain, should we buy more combines? Yes. Be sure to use the code SmoothTrader. I will forever support this channel. You're so nice. What was that? Am I really nice? How? Take a fib from the low. Man. And I want you guys to know, man. I'm the people's trader, man. I'm here for you guys. Yeah, this looks like a perfect reversal on the golden pocket here. If we do, if that's what you wanted me to do, it would look like a perfect reversal from there. And to be honest with you, I'm not sure about what the market may have in store here. I'm not sure what she has in store. All I know is that there's a very good chance she could roll over. And there's also a very good chance that she is going to find her strength and rip faces off to the upside. So since I do not have a high probability setup right now, I'm sitting on my hands. The way that you're trading with high conviction, going with a long here, I can't blame you at all because I do see that. I do see that in the higher time frames. This would be a very good stop loss here if you have conviction to the upside, but that's going to cost you if you're wrong. It's going to cost you 200 points. So however you trade, that could be pretty hurt. That could hurt pretty hard. I'm waiting as well, says Captain. Yeah, as a captain, you know the most important thing to do when you're sailing is you got to wait for good weather. Wait for the right tide. Don't just jump in without radar, CB radio, navigation, weather report. Let's just go sailing. Right, Captain? It doesn't happen that way, right? Same thing in the markets, man. Could be some rough waters. Captain, what's the biggest shark you've ever seen, man? You seen what's the biggest animal you ever seen in the water? You seen like a big whale? I know Green Papaya sees whales all the time in Hawaii. I'm wondering if you ever seen a whale, Captain, or a shark, big shark. You ever swam with them? Wow, this could be a dump. Let's take a look at some other time frames here. Let's look at the 15. This is turning into a purple candle on the 15. That's no bueno. We have 1 minute left in that. That is pretty bad. Okay. Minute. Very bullish at one point. Market's just reopened. I have no idea what that means. What the heck just happened? Did we get some news? Did we get some news? Market just froze. What the hell just happened? Ooh. What just happened? There's no way the Fed just said something that made the market move. Quarterly said longs. He was right. Quarterly was right. That thing almost broke my laptop. Yeah, the computer froze. Project X froze. I think that had to be. I think that had to be something the Fed said just now. Something had to do about interest rates. Let's see if we can find out what just happened. What was that? Yeah, I'm pulling up the news for today. I don't know. I'm trying to see. That was wild, wild, wild. Fed Williams with uncertainty talks right now. One day, a buddy and I were surfing, and while we were waiting for a wave, a big brown something pushed our dang feet. It scared us big time. I could imagine, man. Imagine being in the water and seeing that. Holy smokes. Yeah, I don't know what that was, man. Maybe Trump just sneezed. I think Trump might have sneezed. And the market did that. Bonds, commodities, actual sentiment. It speaks. I think that had something to do with the. I think that had something to do with the Fed speaker. That was crazy. Market trading, a very rangy something will spook the market today. Wait for it. Yeah, Trump linked. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what's spooking this market, but it's something. Very tight range, yeah. Something's going to happen here. Something's going to break. We're either going to see a nasty move down. 1, 2, 3. Or we might see a blast off. We'll see. We'll see what this market's up to, guys. She's a sneaky one. Yeah, so Fed Williams, the key question is higher inflation spills into 2026. Need to know market risk at the end of the week. Mood is so dominated. Fed Williams, tariffs will boost inflation between 3.5 to 4% this year. Oh, that's what the Fed speaker said. You guys hear that? The Fed speaker said that tariffs will boost inflation between 3.5 to 4%. That's crazy. Yeah, I guess you do have to be careful when Fed speakers in a market like this, right? I guess you do have to keep an eye on them. Those crazy Fed speakers, right? Give me a sec, guys. I'll be right back. Sheesh Louise. She's melting. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what she wants to do here. But I think if we can get 20 likes, I'll tell you guys the boneheaded move I did yesterday. That pretty much will be a definite here in the market. Market's a little uncertain, but my boneheaded move from yesterday I cannot do anything about. I will tell you guys about it if you guys get me to 20 likes. All right, let's check out this NQ right now. NQ right now not looking so bueno. Yikes. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Looking kind of bearish on the 4 hour. We'll see. We'll hold tight. Are you doing anything for your birthday this weekend? Nah, man. Last weekend we cut me a cake. I appreciate it though because my daughters were with me. The 30-year bond dropping all morning, really? If 30-year is dropping, that is bullish for the ES and NQ, YM. Okay. I don't know. That's above my pay grade. I don't know what that means. I don't know what it means for us. I know that usually that's a safe haven. So if they're not parking their money in the markets, they're parking it in the bonds, and then the bonds become more attractive, the yield goes down. That much I know. That much I know. I don't know anything else though. This market is something, man. She is something. She's just stuck in this range. Just watch price action on NQ, and it is all one needs. My niece turns 21 this Sunday. Birthday celebration. Good job, man. Tell her I said happy birthday. So you're an uncle, huh? Being an uncle carries a lot of weight, man. Big responsibility, especially when it's a girl. Make sure you set a good example. Laughter. That means make sure you use stop losses. Don't overtrade, don't tilt. It's because she's watching you. She's watching you, brother. KKK. What does she want to do? What does she want to do? So right now on the main chart that I'm looking at right here, guys, I saw the 15-minute supply area here obviously get tapped into again. We put in another 15-minute bearish absorption candle, followed by a stop run that looks like it was a stop run here. Now it looks like they're trying to push this market down to the overnight lows. I think if they manage to break back into this trend line, then it's going to be off to the races for the bulls. And that's all she wrote, more than likely. We will see. We will see. Buyers are stepping in here, or at least they're making it appear that they're stepping in. It's hard to say. Hard to say. That's quite the doji. quite the doji. That's quite the doji, and this is quite the chop. Yeah. Look at this 1 hour. This 1 hour is not signaling to anything bueno. No, no, no. This 1 hour has a nasty trap there. That got completely absorbed. Got 46 minutes left. Pretty nasty, pretty nasty. Markets are ranging, Captain. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Guys, can we get to 20 likes? I'll tell you guys my boneheaded move from yesterday. 30 likes to get a good dad joke. I had a good one today. It's a trader dad joke. At 50 likes, we do a 50K eval giveaway, which are not cheap right now, guys. In case you have not checked prices recently, they are not cheap. Definitely not cheap. So let's see if you guys have a like to give. Do you guys have a like to give? Markets are ranging. Markets are ranging. I could use those $43 to buy you guys an eval. That's a good idea. So, do any of you guys use Financial Juice? This Financial Juice thing is the real deal, man. It looks pretty cool. I've heard a lot of people speak about it, and I like it. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. So Green Papaya uses it. Cool, man. Why didn't you tell me about it, bro? I thought we were boys. I see how it is. Prop firms stealing from the trading community. Let's have you pay for a demo account that we make the rules on and limit your trading. Also, if you do pass, we need more money for data. That fact people still trade prop is crazy. I would rather only trade live, dude, but I'm not that good yet. I think I'm on the cusp, but I don't think I'm that good yet. And prop makes you even better because they have you jump through so many hoops. They make you jump through so many hoops. So if you can trade prop, you can trade your own capital. I think, at least. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, this 1 hour is looking pretty ugly. I'm not sure what's going to happen, but if she loses this area, she's probably going to hit one of those levels like you guys were talking about, those 1700s, 80s, whatever. Yeah, it could be. Could be pretty ugly. So you use a Reuters terminal? What is that, man? Sounds fancy. Is that like a Bloomberg, almost? It's like Bloomberg? Gotcha. This market's got a nasty wick. This 1 hour's got a nasty wick. Careful, Pokey. Your level is being infiltrated here. Yeah, I've got the 1 hour on the screen right now, guys, but I will circle back to smaller time frames. Yeah, you're watching? Cool, man. Yeah. Yeah. We might just range today, guys. We might just range, man. Could just range. We could just range. She's pushing. It looks like the ATRs are probably calming down right now. Let's see if the ATRs are calming down a bit. Still at 108. Probably because I have it on the 1 hour here. It looks slower. You made me feel bad walking while trading, and I've just finished a big bar of chocolate. Yeah, man. But Bleezy said he shorted 18,442, looking for 150, 200 point profit. Okay, good job, man. Hey, Paul, man, if you're interested, I have a link down below in the description for the walking pad that I use. It's only $100. Check it out. You can get it on Amazon. I'll guarantee you one thing. If you walk while you're trading, you're going to drop like 10 pounds in a month. Just walking alone will help you shed weight that shouldn't be on you to begin with. Add some years to your life for $100. Not too bad. You guys actually took a like away from me. We're at 18 likes. Now we have 17. You guys really do not want to hear about my day yesterday. Cycling? Yeah, cycling is another good option. Yeah, for sure. The walking pad is nice because it's light, portable. You can stash it away in the closet. It's got wheels on it, and it's only $100. I don't know about a bike though. A bike's gonna be a lot more. Oh, yo, I have Trader Joe's chocolate coffee. Like it's a chocolate bar. It has coffee in it. It has caffeine in it or whatever it's called. Or chocolate, coffee. Yes, dude, it's good. I mean, I don't know about you guys if you like bitter chocolate, but it does give you a little buzz. I tried it this week for the first time. You know, cocoa is really good for you guys, so yeah, chocolate is good for you if you don't have all the sugar added. But this one has a little caffeine in it. It's really good. Very good. Al Brooks says, if we are in trading range, we are going to most likely be in a trading range. Yeah, that sounds about right. Pretty accurate statement there. Pretty accurate statement. I'm actually in Scotland. Paul, you are? You're in Scotland? Oh, man. Is that where Guinness is from? Is it Scotland or Ireland? It's Scotland, right? There's a little more expensive here, but we'll get one, I think. Yeah. Guinness is Ireland, right? You guys are whiskey? Whiskey and rye. Isn't that's where golf originated, right? In Scotland? Isn't that where golf actually originated? Paul Young. This man knows exactly where the market's going. St. Andrews, huh? Beautiful. That's how I learned how to spell beautiful, by the way. Yeah. Oh man, IQ's looking kind of dumpy, man. I don't know, guys. But that could change in a blink of an eye. That could change rather quickly. Not easy to time the dump. Yeah, we gotta feed her. We gotta feed her a little Chipotle. We gotta feed her a little Chipotle, and then we can time the dump a little better. Yeah, she's a slow one today, guys. She's a slow one here. She's a slow one. Come on, baby. Come on, girl. Do something. Do something. Do something. All right, baby. She's good. She's good. Come on, she's got this. Just because she looks dumpy right now doesn't mean she has to stay that way, though. You know? It's just the way it is. Oh gosh, she is just really rangy, man. It's strangey how rangy she is. Cool story, guys. Cool story. So the Chinese made a video about what it's going to look like when Tesla and Apple start making phones here in United States. They made an AI video saying that this is what Americans are going to look like, making our own stuff. You guys think that's funny? Ooh, man, those are fighting words. Making Nikes, Teslas. That's pretty That's pretty rude, man. That's pretty rude. That is pretty rude. I don't know how I feel about that. Those are fighting words. China. I don't know if China really made that, but that people are saying that China made that video. Xi Jinping just texted Trump and he said, Donald, we have deal for you, asshole. Please respond. Stop ghosting me. That's funny. Yeah, what's up, Zad? How you doing, brother? How you guys doing? Here? All right, so guys, we're still waiting here. Trying to see what this market has up its sleeve. Very tricky, rangy market here, man. Tricky and rangy all at the same time. Yeah, tricky, guys. Be super careful. We just had some whatever I call it. Okay, so U.S. and Ukraine reopened talks on mineral deal. I don't know if that's good or bad. I don't know what else is happening, but something is. Have I seen the interview where a Chinese man says, Trump, don't trust China? Chinese asshole? No, I haven't seen it. If the AI agents come out, I'm going to buy one agent to do my trades. Maybe. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea at all. Man, this is choppy, guys. Yeah, this is choppy. One hour, still the 1 hour. Nothing has changed there. Did you pass your eval, Zed? They're saying they don't know the pilot that crashed into the Hudson. They were saying it was a girl. It's a female pilot. We already have the information, but the news don't want to say it. Yeah, it's a DEI hire. Yeah, I don't know. I heard it was a woman now. I don't know if it was a DEI hire, but it was definitely a woman. Saw that ugly video on the helicopter falling hard from the sky. I haven't seen it. It wasn't. I don't think it was on my feed. I have not seen it. Oh, really? Was it that bad? like a meteor, really. Holy smokes. That's gravity for you, huh? Just tap that daily open. Yeah, we're creating a little bit of a wedge here again. Squeezing this thing. Yeah, I think I heard something like that. They forgot to tighten the propellers on the fuselage. Yeah, I heard something like that. Just tell us your boneheaded move. These markets are ranging. All right, I'll tell you my boneheaded move. Thanks, guys, for the 20 likes, too, by the way. All right, yesterday, I made $770 on each of my fundeds on Tradefy. I copy traded the two, and I made about $1,500 on those, right? So I was green across the board yesterday on everything, the eval, the live, the fundeds, everything. Then after I checked out, I took a little micro trade. I lost $100, and I was like, oh man. All right, let me try one little micro trade. Lost another $100. I'm like, all right. I'm gonna try a real quick, small, tiny mini trade. That way I can make it back. And you know how that ended, guys. Blew those two accounts. But wait, it gets worse. It doesn't stop there. I activated 2 Beelnox fundeds yesterday, and I blew both of those, trying to get that money back. Revenge traded, blew 4 accounts yesterday, green across the board, should have just walked away. One more trade, put me on tilt. Good thing is I did not touch my live. I did not activate more funded accounts because I had more funded accounts I could have activated. I did not activate them. So yeah, pretty boneheaded move. And yeah, pretty boneheaded move. So I wanted to tell you guys because I want to hold myself accountable. That's why I started this channel. And yeah, that's what happened. And it happened. So, you know, we live to fight another day. That's why I'm doing extreme measures now on my, risk management, which is if I am down $400 on the day on my fundeds, I'm locked out. I'm completely locked out at that point. So we'll see. Yeah, only I can prevent it. Yeah, I'm not going to do that anymore. It's Smokey the Bear. I know. Only you can prevent forest fires. Yeah, so that's what my boneheaded move. Well, thanks, guys. Maybe we'll get the 20 likes anyway. Yeah, market's pushing right now. Market's pushing. She's pushing. Yep, she is. She'll probably make it back into this. She'll probably make it back into this wedge. If she does, then she'll probably keep going. If she gets rejected here at the VWAP and the daily open, then it's probably over. We'll see. What a choppy little range here, huh? What a disgusting choppy little range here. Yeah, man. Not sure what she's up to here, but she is trying to get back into that range, back into that wedge. It's funny because she's not getting any resistance here at the daily or the VWAP. It's just strange. Strange to see. Oh, she's going right through. She went right through. Nice. Yeah, she's a beast, huh? She's a beast. She made it back into the range. Fed's Williams current economy is not stagflation. This is not the 1970s. Okay. Rally me more, he says, quarterly poke. Yeah, man, I see that. I see that, brother. I see that, man. Hopefully it works out for you, man. I really do. So she'll find support here. Oh, she's rallying, huh? Best news to stagflation risk is to achieve Fed's goals. You have 2%. Yeah, they're going to raise rates. They're going to raise rates to fight that 3.5% inflation that they're that they're estimating because of the tariffs. So they're going to keep rates high right now, or keep rates where they are, and then possibly even raise them more. The market should technically be going down because of that. So we will see. Let's see. Market's still juicy for bulls. Still looking pretty juicy for bulls here. Bulls got a little trend line here. We got a little trend line. Looks like they're gonna blow it out the water though. Yeah. When do you trade your personal account? Only when I see the easiest A++ setup. Right now, I don't see an A++ setup. Usually, when I see something that's like shouting at me, screaming at me, I'll let you guys know if I see something like that. But I don't currently see anything. Right now, just a lot of chop. To be honest with you guys, if 12 o'clock rolls around and we still got this chop, I'm probably going to call it. Because I don't want to get tempted to tilt. What broker do I use? Webull. It's down in the description if you want to check them out. You get some free stocks if you use that link. But I like Webull. Yeah, looks like we're going to go higher here. Looks like we're going to go higher. Yeah, the nasty chop. Very nasty, nasty chop. Very, very nasty. And she's ripping. She's off to the races more than likely here in any second now. She's gonna rip it real good. I don't know, guys. I don't know what to call. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Looks like a good old rip coming up. You guys got any cool stuff planned for the weekend? I know Green Papaya does. Green Papaya is gonna go out to the beach in Hawaii, do some surfing. That's if he's still here. This price action is nasty. Price action is ugly. Yeah. It looks like she wants to give us the good old ripper. Good old ripper to the upside. Good old ripper. Good and old. Not this weekend. We only have nasty weather going on. Oh, lots of rain. Sorry to hear that, man. Happy early, late birthday. Yeah, thank you, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, yesterday was my birthday. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you very much. This is getting ugly. She's getting kind of ugly. Thanks, man. Appreciate it, Green Papaya. Appreciate you guys being here. Being here yesterday, being here today. All right, she is out of here. Going up to the Highlands with my son and our mountain bikes. Beautiful, man. Nothing like family time, dude. That's the most special thing you can do. Man, they're having a hard time here, huh? Having a hard time breaking through. What a nasty chop, guys. What a nasty chop, I tell you. Front flip unintentionally? Woo. Are you okay? Did you get hurt? Hope you're good, man. Hope you're alright. Hope you didn't break anything. Wow, she's really having a hard time here. Yeah, it looks like she's putting in a short squeeze. Very nasty short squeeze on the small time frames. You're too big for that BMX when they first handlebars? You're too big, huh? You're a big dude, man. You gotta get yourself a big BMX. They have big ones. I heard they have big BMXs. Wowzers. Wowzers, wowzers. There's a lot of back and forth here. A lot of back and forth. What's going to happen? She's breaking out the trend. She's not. She's breaking out. She's not. She's most likely breaking out. This was the price action on Wednesday before the huge run up. Yeah, we just don't know the direction today. Don't know the direction. That's for certain. Most likely it's up. Most likely it will be up, right? Because she did come back all the way down from that breakdown. Usually when they come back from the breakdown, they go and they do the same thing to the upside. They go and manipulate the upside. But, you know, she never has to do the same thing twice. That's the only thing I'll say. She never has to do the same thing twice. Now, maybe the Fed speaker will say something to spook markets. Maybe we get a rundown. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? You know, I don't know. Yeah, I just got to know the trades. Once they're on, man. Not in your hands. It's in the market's hands at that point. Two-hour looks very bullish. Yeah, she's going now. Now she's going. She looks like she's going now. She means it this time. She means it. She really does. Yeah, she's working her way through a lot of sell pressure here. There's a lot of sell pressure here, so she's going to take a while to break through here. You know, it might be now, though. Could be now. Looks like now's the time. This market is very uncertain of itself. It does want to take stop losses. That much I'll tell you. What a choppy jalopy, guys. There's not much to say about it besides it's choppy and boring. If you got something else to add, let me know. I wonder if the Fed's saying anything else. The economy is not having stagflation, but new government policies are having a big impact. So she's taking a shot at, they're taking a shot at Trump there, Trump's policies. All right, this looks like it could be the final blow here. This could be the final blow to blast off. Blast off in T minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off. What are you doing, market? All right. I think she's gonna blast off right now. Right now. Crazy. This is crazy, crazy, crazy price action here, man. Yeah, I don't know what price, I don't know what we have going on right now, but we do have ourselves a lot of uncertainty right now. They're either building a nasty bull flag here on the shorter time frames, or they're just luring people to go long, and they're gonna dump this thing back down to high 17s. Who knows? I certainly don't. I certainly don't. It looks like she's gonna go and grab stops right now. Wow. She's having a time here. She certainly is having a time. She's grinding, grinding, grinding higher. Slowly grinding higher here. Okay. What a nasty chop. There she goes. There she goes. There you have it, gentlemen. Today is a tough day to make smooth trades. I know, man. I know. It's better not to take any trades than trade this garbation. This is a little bit of garbage. A little bit of garbage, guys. Not a big fan of it. Yeah, we'll see what happens here. But that was a pop. She'll probably go and retest this trend line now that we broke out of this one. This was a pretty heavy supply zone. Let's see if she can make it through there. Yeah, no bueno. 2 hour looks like it's still pretty strong. 30-minute looks the same. We got about a minute left. We're gonna get a new hourly candle, guys, in a 1 minute and change. We're gonna get a new hourly candle. That could signal a reversal or a pump to the moon. Price was getting absorbed here in the past. This area really heavily, even on the 4 hour. Seeing this area get absorbed pretty heavily. Yeah, I think one more candle. She's still pushing. After 130, swing low will be formed and taken out if they want higher prices. At the end of the macro, bringing everything together. There you go. It's a good way to look at it. All right, guys, I'm going to call it here. It's 12 o'clock. I'm going to go and hit the gym. I got to go and get my wife's tires changed today. So I got to go a little early. I have to leave a little early. Got to go pick up the girls from school. Got a lot of things to do. Hopefully you guys have hit the likes on the stream today. And you know what? I'll give you, if you guys can get the 20 likes real quick, if we get 2 more likes, I'll give you guys the dad joke. I'll give you guys the dad joke if you can be so gracious to give us 2 more. Let's see if we can get one more. One more, guys. One more like. Just give me another like, guys. Just one more. Forget about it. Let's see. It's a really good one. It's a trader dad joke. And I made this one up myself. You can Google it or Grok it or ChatGPT it. Give you guys a minute here to kind of reconsider your lives. All right, we got 20 likes. All right, so what do you call it when a trader loses his Swiffer? What do you call it when a trader loses his Swiffer? What do you call it when a trader loses his Swiffer? What do you call it, guys? A mop loss. A mop loss. Oh, mop loss. Get it? Mop loss? Not a stop loss, but a mop loss. All right, good. All right, guys. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are green. And hope you guys have a good weekend, man. God bless you guys, and I'll see you on Monday. Take care.